Hi, welcome back to Video Credit Score. We love the saying, it's all about pie. Yet, not this pie, rather it's about the credit score pie. Once people get their scores, and if you haven't done this already, you should. Anyway, once they get their scores, they tend to look at their report and see that they may have a couple of items flagged for impacting their score. The gut reaction is to treat these all equally, or worse, focus on the easiest item. That's a mistake. The most commonly used credit score, the FICO score, is made up of 5 areas, and here are the 5 pieces and the percentage of the score each piece accounts for. Payment history is 35%, amounts owed 30%, length of credit 15%, credit inquiries and mix of credit are 10% each. The irony is, it's not really about the pie, it's mostly about the biggest pieces. Payment history and amounts owed are the biggest chunks, and no one has a great score if these are out of sync. That's because they represent nearly 2/3 of your score. Payment history is critical, and as the name suggests, time is your best ally to impacting this area. The key lesson is that a late payment in the recent past hurts more than one from a few years ago. In fact, all your history is wiped clean after 7 years, unless you had a bankruptcy, and then it's 10 years. Net-net, if you aren't paying on time, you have to figure out how to do this now. You can't be late and still have a good score. Being late on payments a month before you hope to get a major loan is a no-no. Amounts owed are all about credit utilization. What? Well, it's a fancy term for the ratio of what you can charge, your credit limit, to what you do charge, how much of that limit you use. Let's look at an example. Jack and Jill have the same credit limit on their cards, yet Jill uses her card less, so she has a 25% ratio. It turns out that risk experts say that people who use more of their limits are more risky. While many sources say a credit utilization ratio of 40% is fine, someone with a 775 and higher tends to have about a 20% range. In summary, don't charge out the wazoo. Mix of credit says that people with installment credit and revolving credit tend to be less risky than people with just one or the other. Installment credit examples are auto or car loans, and the most common revolving credit is credit cards. When it comes to length of credit, just start early and stay on it. You can't change time. If you're young, you want to start developing good habits now, so when you're ready to make a major purchase, you have a few years of good credit history. Finally, inquiries. There are 2 types of inquiries, soft and hard inquiries. A soft inquiry is whenever you, for example, check your own credit score or pull a credit report on your own. Soft inquiries are non-score impacting because they are not requests for new credit. Hard inquiries are requests for new credit. An example of a hard inquiry is applying for credit like getting a cell phone, a credit card, an auto loan, a home loan. So why do they ding your score? Well, it turns out that people who request more frequently are more risky, so the score reflects this. Our experience is that most people love to focus on inquiries, and while they shouldn't be ignored, remember it's only 10% of your score. When it comes to inquiries, timing is more the issue. Don't apply for a new credit card at the same time when applying for a home loan. Also, don't let inquiry fear stop you from shopping around for a loan. In most cases, all inquiries in a 30-day window are considered just one inquiry, and the industry is trying to move this to 45 days in the future. Okay, we covered quite a bit. In summary, spend most of your effort around the 2 big wedges, payment history and amounts owed, by paying on time and keeping your balances low. The next lesson will cover where to get each one of your credit scores if you haven't done so already. I'm hungry.
Remember, everyone's situation is different. Be sure to contact a financial advisor or a credit counseling professional before making important financial decisions. This VCast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for receiving personalized professional advice.